All right, guys, so we got some questions lately. We have a new adjustable high-flow PCV fitting. What this is, it replaces your factory PCV. So, can't really see here. Here's your factory PCV here. And you can either run it open, or it comes with 4 interchangeable jets. So you can adjust the amount of restriction. Most vehicles are gonna want some restriction in the PCV system. If you're running one of the UPR breather tanks on like a turbocharged or supercharged application, then you would run it open. So it's a great alternative to gutting your factory PCV and having to take that apart, and you still have a plastic fitting. So it's a durable aluminum fitting. And with the Fords, whether it's a Coyote or an EcoBoost like this here, it's pretty simple. You grab a pair of pliers or a wrench and just turn this. There's 2 little tabs, and it might be hard to see there, but the little tabs here will usually release or they may break. It's an $8 PCV fitting. It's not that big of a deal, but once you get it loose, it's a quarter turn to pull it out. So you take your PCV fitting out, and you're going to select what size jet you want. For this vehicle, since it's pretty much stock, besides having the UPR dual valve catch can or clean side separator on it, we're going to use the second to smallest fitting, and these will thread in. They will have a little bit exposed there in case they ever need to be grabbed. If this rounds out, you can grab that pair of pliers. So this is a quarter turn, and I can't stress this enough. You know, these valve covers these days are plastic, so you really don't want to put a lot of pressure on this. I would not use a wrench on that. That was finger tight. Once it's installed, you have a small Allen that comes with it. It may be really hard to see, so let me put it in my hand. It's a small Allen key that comes with this PCV fitting, and that's for these 2 little tiny set screws right here. And what that does is you just run those down until they meet the valve cover, and it's just going to keep that fitting from rocking. So it's going to make it much more secure. Once that's done, you put your UPR catch can hose right back on there, and now what you've done, if you have a much more durable fitting, number one. You have adjustability for future upgrades, and for some of the Fords that put out just way too much junk out the valve covers, too much crankcase pressure, you can actually restrict it some to cure that oil getting just blown everywhere. So let's say you're not running a catch can, but you want to restrict that oil, you can still do that with this fitting. Or run it wide open for open breather type system like we have with our 5029 series billet breather tanks.